And welcome back, guys. I'm here. I have my co-host Senpai here.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
Want to drink just because of our topic, but
Oh, I'm already doing it.
oh goddamn. Well, and today we have actually a guest today. Like yesterday's guest, I promise he will not jump off of my lap and smack his head on the ground.
And you get yelled at?
So today we have the Joseph Santos. Joseph,
And sorry, guys, he's not using a camera. That's fine. We'll roll with it. I don't care if you use a camera. It's cool. Of course, he's got an issue. His will burn up, but
you can't see me, folks at home, but I see you.
so,
all right.
so wait,
That's creepy.
Are you John Cena now?
Look at him doing the little hand wave shit. Dude, what are you doing? All right. So, y'all just want to get into this right now, or?
Well,
Yeah,
before we
let's
start,
jump right into it.
let's tell the people what we're doing, because they can't see.
God.
They don't know what's going on yet because I haven't showed them on my end. But would you like to tell them before I show them this insanity?
Okay. So, I started a TikTok 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, and I started going through just we've all heard about it, how much hell it is, how weird, fucked up it is. Like, I just started 2 weeks ago with it. I am working on my second account with 4 violations on the second account. Okay. I am banned from posting for the next 2-3 more days. The reason why is what we're going to get into. This is disturbing as shit, ladies and gentlemen. And I guarantee you, these are protected accounts with TikTok for, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, it's for the trans community. And this shit is fucking disturbing.
I do not accept nor do I approve of any of what these people do, and when I was a trans, right? Can I even say that? I don't think if
No.
I don't think if
No.
Blair White can't say that, I can't say that.
No, you cannot. That's going to come back to bite us in the ass.
A reverse.
But every episode will. All
God
right.
damn it.
that's what we do. But anyway, I had your screen out. These damn buttons are backwards tonight. But yeah, like I was saying, we're going to get into this, and I want you guys to show you guys how messed up this has really become, especially with TikTok. What's allowed, and why there's such an issue with this. And we've heard about it before, but we're taking a dive into the shit tonight. Let me go ahead and bring up so I can control everything here. The first one, go ahead and bring it up, Abel.
I'm already looking on my screen. I don't know how to control it on mine. Sorry.
What do you mean? Oh, no, it's not going to be controlled when you're in. I'm just saying for like screen, for what's showing. Everything is good on your end.
Yeah,
too,
everything's showing.
right?
Yeah, I already did it.
Okay.
As soon as you start talking, it happened.
Okay. The first one I want to get into, this account it's called The Jeffrey Marsh on TikTok. This one is, I came across this one video that I will play here in a minute. I made 3 videos. The first one, I went the fuck off on because it pissed me off. All right. I'll agree to it. I should have gotten a violation for that one. The second one, I did 3 reaction videos to this guy. The second one was removed for hate speech because I called the dude a pedophile. The third one that was removed was me just asking, stop messing with kids, or just saying, stop messing with kids. And that was still flagged as hate speech. Okay. I am logged out of my account because there's another account that I want to show you guys that I can't because I was blocked on that account as well. This one right here, I'm still not logged in, but I don't want to log in, log off, log in, log off. So I'm logged off at this point in time. Okay. This one right here, this is the video that if you have TikTok, it's starting to show up on YouTube Shorts, things like this. You'll see this video. This is disturbing as shit, but I need you guys to hear this.
Possible.
Let me restart the whole thing.
Me. Hi kids! It's possible to be like me and be happy. In fact, it's great to be like me and to be happy. It's okay to like dresses, to like sparkly things, to be it's okay to be a little different than what people want you to be, than what people expect you to be. And I'm old. And I grew up without any examples of people like me. And so
Should
I
it be playing now?
really wanted to tell you it's possible.
No, yeah. Are you watching a video?
Grow up and be
Yeah, I pulled it up on your feed.
It's
Okay.
possible to be like me and grow up and be surrounded by wonderful friends, to be really, really fulfilled in
Christ.
life, to have a good, long, happy life, and to, be joyful.
I think if I spoke like that to students, I'd be fired.
This is not the teacher.
Mother of God.
At first, I
This
was
is a
thinking.
random person.
At first, I thought something else, but then halfway, I realized, oh, he means an effeminate man. I thought he
The
was talking.
Jeffrey Marsh.
Yes, him. I thought he was talking about himself being a Paul Edward. And it's fine being that with Charlie. Like, I don't agree with it. I definitely don't want you kids, but then I realized it's fine to be an effeminate man with children.
So if
Well-
this guy is not a teacher, why is he talking to kids about that?
He's a groomer.
Well, that's the thing. Here on TikTok, he has 506,000 followers, 10.2 million likes. His bio, Coach With Me, Healing Non-Binary Rights, bestseller, How to Be You.
Yep. Hey, guys.
And I guess that's pronouns as they.
Non-binary rights. Fuck.
Hey, guys. I just noticed some issues on my stream. It crashed for a fraction of a second.
They're watching us already.
Well, it's because I called him something else.
I like how
Yeah,
proud you are.
probably. No, it's actually probably your Wi-Fi. You need to get the hell off that for streaming. But no, I mean, you guys see that, right? That whole video. This is 576,000 people follow him. Now, I guarantee you, there are people that are calling this out because we will get into that later when I go back into my account after I show the next one. But there are people that are calling out this account in the chat. The only way I have seen that you can get a video through without getting a violation on this channel is if you duet him, you do not say anything negative or derogatory in any way, or even put in any messages, even the way you label your video, like your captions and things like that. You can't even put anything derogatory in that because everybody gets flagged.
Wait, so what if I call him a Paul Edward David Ocean in the description?
That was my second video.
Huh. But did you do it the way I'm saying it?
In the caption, yeah, no. There are people who, I've gotten into the chat there and I've spoken to people. There are people who have said my video was flagged just because I called him something in my caption. Everybody is talking about how they're getting flagged for talking about this. This is a fucking protected account on TikTok. Okay? And I don't mean protected because it's trans. Nobody, I mean, there are people who do care. I will admit that. But nobody gives a shit if you're trans, as long as you're not really pushing some fucked up shit. And this is fucked up shit. Now, we're going to randomly play videos.
I think he's
of course,
more non-binary. We have to use any of those made-up terms.
Look.
Didn't he actually say queer in one of the videos we reviewed earlier?
Yes.
Probably, but I don't think we can
the
use
very
that word.
first video, which we'll go to this one, we'll start this one out. The very first video in this account, yes, he called himself trans. Let's go ahead and play this.
And friends.
I can't hear anything.
I love attention. I'm an
Why?
Oh no,
you
I
serious?
can hear it. I can hear it. It's just like very low.
Hey, Abel. Well, I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll have to turn up my volume here then.
Because remember, there's a separate volume for streams, and that's what I'm learning right now. I hear you guys differently. The volume on my phone works perfectly fine for you, so you guys are loud and clear. There's a separate volume for streams, so whatever you're showing in your streams, I need that to go all the way up so I can hear the stream clearly.
All right, let's try
Okay.
this. Okay, try it again.
Let's restart. Let's see if that's heard.
Let's talk a little bit about doing it for
That
the
is so
attention.
loud.
Number one, I'm
Okay,
trans.
so let me
No,
cut
no,
it
no,
halfway down.
no. It's because I also put it up on my headphones. You're
Oh,
fine.
Okay. All right, so let's start it over one more time here.
Third time's the charm.
You've heard that. You've heard
You don't
that
have
from the
to.
second
It's fine
pause.
where it is.
No,
It's fine where it is.
no, we're going through this shit.
Let's talk a little bit about doing it for the attention. Number one, I'm trans. And yes, I love attention. I'm an extrovert. Some of us are introverted. Some of us are whatever. But when you comment that, you're just doing it for the attention. I know exactly how your parents treated you. And I know what they wanted you to think about wanting or needing attention. Let's talk a little bit about.
All right, I want to break this one down. And I want to get y'all's input on this too. First ever video on this account, okay? Now, not even going to talk about the way you look. I don't care. You want to call yourself trans? Do you, okay? I'm going to talk about it anyway because number one, you have a 5 o'clock fucking shadow. Number two, you have lipstick on and what, a little bit of mascara, and now you're trans?
No,
I
that's
think he was
eyeliner.
eating the lipstick.
I think that's
I think he
eyeliner.
was eating the lipstick.
Well, mascara's on too because eyelashes are stuck together.
Could be cigarette ashes.
I'm just saying.
But no, I mean, is that what you do to call yourself trans right now? Because I'm not getting a trans feeling as far as I go. Like, if
I'm
you
more
want me
trans
to,
than he is, and I'm counting that when right before I detransition.
and I'm not saying this to be hateful. I mean, it is coming from a place of hate because I am talking about looks. I get you. I'm not saying this to be hateful. I've said this before to Abel. I don't care if you're trans. Put some effort into it. Make me believe it.
Yeah.
That guy did.
Because if I see that at a store, yes, I'm going to look at you weird for a second and be like, okay, here in the South, is this some joke? Is this some dude who lost a bet? Because I've done it. I've dressed as a woman because I lost a bet to a girlfriend.
You know what?
We're going to take that second to just be like, holy shit. And when we realize this is true, yes, you have a point. We will look at you weird. Okay. It's not our normal down here. And I understand how you would find that offensive, but you also have to understand from our point of view, we don't see this a lot. You tell us it's some huge community, like I've seen an increase in it because of this shit. It's a trend. It's a fad. This dude comes out of fucking left field. He's probably had some that got deleted before, some other accounts. He's probably someone who's real well known within the trans community. I don't know. But he says, let's talk a little about doing it for the attention. I'm trans, and yes, I love attention. Okay, so you started this whole thing to do this shit just to get attention. That's all you've done. You've laid it out, right? Let's go a little further in.
The attention. Number one, I'm trans. And yes, I love attention. I'm an extrovert. Some of us are introverted. Some of us are whatever. But when you come.
No. I want y'all to catch that. I think this dude, I don't like this because I don't think this dude is, I think he's actually a plant kind of situation. This is his first video. And he's like, I'm extroverted. Some of us are introverted. Some of us are whatever. Like he didn't know. If this is what you are, who you really are, Shouldn't you know introverted, extroverted, the people in between? I mean, what do y'all think? Am I reading too much into that, or?
I'm already done with you.
Okay, well, let's talk about that part towards the end. So, introvert, extrovert, or whatever. I could take that statement as something honest. I could take that as something that just an inconclusive assessment. But I don't see anything really wrong with that.
Now think about this. You're
Yeah.
looking for attention. You pick up TikTok because it's easy to become a TikTok star. Just shake your ass with some text around you. Yay, now you're
All right,
a
I'll be
star.
back.
You calm the fuck down and sit down.
I am sitting down.
Stay seated.
I'm gonna go get some tape. I'm gonna put my tits together, whatever's left of it. I'm gonna start shaking that on TikTok.
I mean, you probably should have done. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, no. I was gonna say you probably should have done that before all the surgery.
You're gonna say.
Okay, fine. I will. You probably should have done that before all the surgery. Then
I would have worn a corset, a really tight ass shirt, and with my breast out. I'd be like, and then had a nip slip.
Look, you damn sure would have garnered attention. I'll tell you that.
But would it have really been good for my public image, though?
Oh, hell no, because I'd have made fun of you. Dude, I know you. I've known you for a while now, but I'd still make fun of you if you did that shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know our Telegram chat would have fun with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Then again, they did get mad at me on April Fools.
I already, dude, I knew. I knew. I was just like, no, this is bullshit. But everybody, even my wife's like, no, there's no way he's doing this.
Oh, I sent you a message, Joseph Santos, but you never replied.
Oh, it's a.
I sent you the same thing that I sent everyone for April Fools. It was, after long and thorough consideration, I've decided I'm going to retransition again because I've realized how badly I've damaged my body.
Dude, he had our Telegram going off. But yeah. I mean, I could understand if you're coming from a place of genuine, actual, if this is who you are, I could understand that comment, you know? I could understand the whatever situation, but to me, that felt fake. I'm seeing an actor, a very low...
A low budget?
Not even low budget. We're talking like high school theater actor kind of situation.
I'm trying to make sense of it just from at a level of just intuitively what we're seeing. Because at first glance, obviously we see a guy, we see a beard, the hooker makeup, like we said, did you lose a bet? And then we hear the guy talk. And I think that's what's throwing us off right now. Why you're saying it seems like acting. I think you're not seeing a voice that matches what you're seeing. Sorry, you're not hearing a voice that matches the face that you're seeing. No, I think
it's not the voice. It really isn't. I would kind of expect. I don't mean to make it sound bad, but I would kind of expect an effeminate voice from somebody who is actually trying to transition. You know, I would kind of expect that coming from that.
Okay.
You want to be woman. You feel like a woman. You want to be a woman. You're not gonna have that bass in your voice unless you want to become a meme. Like it's ma'am. You know that dude in what was that, a GameStop or some shit?
Yeah, it was GameStop.
Unless you don't want to become that, you're going to try to soften your voice a little bit and pick up the pitch. You know what I'm saying? If I were to try to play trends on this app and I'm talking the way I am without even trying to lift the octave in my voice, people are going to call me out for that shit because I'm not trying. You know what I'm saying?
You should do it. You should do it, and let's see how much support you get. And all you have to say is that you have yet to start hormones.
Dude, should I just play devil's advocate on TikTok?
Yes. Let's see.
That'd be fun.
Make a third account and go and pretend to be trans. Let's see how this goes.
Dude, would that not be the most fucked up thing ever?
Have your wife help you appear a bit more feminine, though.
Oh my god. Maybe that might be an idea, but let's get back into this.
Hey,
All
we
right.
might get more viewers this way. All publicity is good publicity.
I mean, Steven Crowder broke into a trans community, so maybe.
Oh, he's in Texas. He's in Texas.
But-
And the trans
Yeah.
women over there are built differently than California.
Even the
Look,
trans women are bigger.
I'm in Alabama. My trans women are built differently. They're like that. They look like a tire.
Goddamn.
Damn it! I'm trying to censor myself at this point. Why? They're fat as fuck. All
Well,
right,
the
fuck
ones here.
it. But no, I'm not.
No,
trying
no.
to make this
Actually,
sound
I
bad.
agree
We're
with
all
you.
fat as fuck
I
down here,
agree
but
with you on
they
that
are.
because I actually met a transgender woman that's here in California from Arkansas.
Does she
Oh,
look
yeah.
like a marshmallow?
No.
Eh.
You would have to go deformed marshmallow because a marshmallow's like got that cylindrical can shape, so it's
Yeah.
even pretty much everywhere. No,
No, all
that
the
doesn't work.
big ones.
You want to hear the funny part though of what her last
Yes.
name is? I don't know if this
Yeah.
is her actual last name or if she picked it once she transitioned, but her last name's Clinton.
Oh yeah, that's that. Oh god, that's that one you were talking about.
Hey, quiet! That
I'm
is
not saying it.
that
I'm
is
not
a
saying
video
it.
I am working on. Oh shit! Stand by.
Yeah, this motherfucker does it again.
He spilled his tequila.
This is the way it's gonna be. Okay, but yeah, let's go. You still got your headphones on.
Well,
Let's
if
go into the
YouTube
next
crashes,
part.
we know why.
Okay. If his shit crashes again, he spills shit.
Okay.
This is the second damn time
Better
you've done
tell
it
what's
on your
this is
keyboard.
fine.
Hey,
But
that's
let's-
better than me though. I once spilled a fucking whole plate of syrup on my keyboard. I had to buy a new one the same day.
Yeah, but his is a laptop, dude, so he'd have to buy an entire laptop.
Oh fuck!
What happened?
Right.
What happened?
Talking about you spilling shit. He said he spilled syrup on his keyboard and had to buy a new one. And I
I was
said,
eating
"You're
waffles. I was eating waffles over the keyboard, and then the plate just slipped.
yeah." So he'd have to buy an entire new laptop if he fucks this up. But he's still running. So let's go ahead and go back into this next one here.
I think that's what it
Comment
was.
on-
Waffles. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. But when you here we go.
You're just doing it for the attention? I know exactly how your parents treated you. And I know what they wanted you to think about wanting or needing attention. Let's talk a little.
Okay, that was the last part of that. Now, he's pretty much told me that anything I say against him, my parents treated me horribly, and I'm a piece of shit.
Oops.
I want. All right, Joe, hold on. My wife just got home. My wife just got home. Hold on.
How you doing, Abel?
Yep. Stream is going down like all.
Well, I'm still here. How you doing?
I'm trying not to murder my stream.
Sorry, my wife just got home, so I had to say something to her.
Did you tell her about the idea that we're having?
Not yet.
Tell her on stream.
Wait,
Let's get her reaction.
I'm not going to do that. No, she doesn't want to be on stream, so.
No, I said
Or you
just
gonna tell her
audio.
that Abel's gonna go?
Audio.
Huh?
I said only audio.
No,
Just
she
hers.
won't do that either. But
Fine, I'll
as
text
far
her.
as that last, as far as that last line goes, what the hell do y'all make of that?
She's projecting.
I mean, I can tell just how your parents treated you.
I don't.
I find that to be a fucking attack against me.
How you figure?
You are literally attacking my family and my character, my raising, just because I don't agree with what you say. I
It
mean, you
wasn't the
were.
message I got out of it though. And based on this, I haven't seen. Here's the thing: I'm new to this. I've only seen the 2 or 3 videos that we reviewed so far,
Right.
so I don't know.
I'm
I don't
coming from a
understand.
place of bias at this point. Yes, I will understand that.
Okay. So for me, because it does remind me of, because when I was growing up, well, you and me are about the same age. So growing up over here, though, honestly, when we heard about gay people, just by example, we only really heard about them when the news was talking about serial killers, or we were seeing these documentaries about serial killers. It was like as a gay couple that would pick up hitchhikers. They murdered what they murder, and well, guess what? Guess what they did over the bodies. And yeah, it was only times like that you heard about gay people growing up. So for me, seeing gay people in person and actually seeing that normalized, and actually seeing that there's nothing inherently wrong with them, that took a while. It
Right.
wasn't until age 16 or 17 or so. Actually, the first gay-ish person I ever met was a bisexual friend. And he just announced all of a sudden, oh yeah, by the way, I'm bisexual. He just said it like that real quick.
Right.
And again, and that threw me off. And like I said, my impression of homosexuality was a bit more, it was a bit limited.
Right.
Like I said, I only seen them when we hear about them on the news doing horrific things. So I had to see that for the first time just to see, yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. You're not prone to anything. You're not prone to hurting people or causing any real problems just because you're gay. So
Right.
but you talk to these people though, and like I also had a lot of friends that were kicked out for being gay.
Oh
They
yeah.
were 15, 16 years old, and they were couch surfing because they finally worked up the courage to tell mom and dad or the entire family. It's just to announce that, what they are, what their
Right.
organization really is, and they got the boot. So when I hear this guy talking about, saying he knows how how your parents responded to you, whoever the hell he's directing this at, that's my first impression. I think of that.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying with that. I do. You're saying because his parents treated him like shit, he thinks just because you disagree that you were treated the same.
That's why I'm saying it was projection.
I understand that. That's the kind of aspect that I was kind of like unsure about as far as what was being said with that. But yeah, okay, I can see what you're saying with that.
He's projecting to make it simple. Yeah, he's projecting his personal and family issues that he had to everyone else who disagrees with it.
Well, okay, but that's just his first video ever. Now, as you'll see, and because this is the first time you guys are really coming across this, I wanted to keep all this kind of hush hush, let you guys know, give you a little bit of an idea, but we're going through hell tonight. The reason why I say this is because in damn near every single one of his videos, he's being passive aggressive to somebody incredibly fucking hard.
Does he have anything against Texas or Florida right now?
I don't know. Like, I never watched every single one of his videos. I just randomly chose videos, right? But
wait, does TikTok have titles for them or no?
Yes.
All right.
They have descriptions, like you see in descriptions with YouTube and things like that. That's what they have. That's where you put your hashtags and all that other stuff. But the amount of passive aggressive that this guy exudes when he's talking, the condescending tone that he takes, he's here for attention. And if you disagree with me, you're a hateful, spiteful person because I know how your parents raised you to be. That's what I took away. Yes, I am coming from a place of bias because I have seen more than a few videos on his account.
So you do think there's a tone in all of the videos, even though
the way he talks down as far as that goes, like when he's in videos with his boyfriend and everything like that, it's a different tone altogether. But when he's just speaking into the camera, that condescending tone of "I'm better than you, you're a piece of shit, your voice doesn't matter because fuck you, I'm protected, I can say what I want."
Are you sure our voice doesn't matter? Because that's how we ended here.
I mean,
that's a good transition.
But yeah, it's just that video that I want to roll off into. Let's choose another like big view video here. He's got a couple of them, 726,000.
Pick one with his boyfriend.
I'm such an empath. I'm so intuitive, and those things are great to be. But I want you to think about how much of that came out of trauma. How much were you programmed to abandon yourself and be hyper aware of every single subtle signal from everybody else? Turn your empathy inward. It's time to come home. You've been sent.
Well, if you turn your empathy inward, it's not empathy anymore. It's empathy.
No,
recognizing what other people feel.
It's selfishness. If you turn your empathy inward, you become selfish as fuck.
That guy doesn't look well.
No.
For start, you're wearing a dress that was clearly made to accommodate tits, and you don't have any.
I'm not sure if y'all see.
And you got fucking chest hair. I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to pause the video. You got fucking chest hair, dude. You're not putting any effort in for me for fucking caring. Your arms look like mine. You can tell there's hair there. It's not thick. It's not dark. You can tell there's hair there.
He just doesn't look well. He looks like the Crypt Keeper. He's not doing well.
Oh. Now that you bring that up, I can see it. I'm sorry. That's. But no, I mean, there's no effort into this. You want me to believe you're trans. You want me to believe that you really want to be a woman. Fine. Put forth effort. That's all I want to say.
I quit. I'm done with this. Nope. I'm done. No.
Like,
kidding.
But that message, what he's saying, that's cool with me. Like, literally, that's fine. If that's what you really want to believe, you're doing this for attention. You said it in your first fucking video. You're doing this for attention. And I feel all of this is doing it for attention. Because you mentioned that in your first video. Like I said, this dude may have come from somewhere else. Or he may have had an account that was already banned. And this has been going on for a while. I guarantee you it hasn't been going on for more than a couple of years.
I think he walked out of a crater in 1947. The one where they found that flying saucer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure y'all see
Arizona incident.
New Mexico.
Yeah, because if we actually say the area we're talking about, Abel gets an auto flag about from Wikipedia and their news censors about This is a yes.
Man, I'm completely new to the algorithm. I'm not used to holding back. So forgive me if I screw this up for you guys.
Oh no. That's cool, dude. That's what we're here for. This is what we're doing. But it's from an aspect of this. You know what I'm saying? This is why I actually want to bring on regular people, because the things you say, yes, it opens us up for attack. At any point, somebody gets mad and starts screaming the N-word or something. Yes, it doesn't reflect on us. We didn't say
the glory hole.
But they can shut us down. You know what I'm saying?
I did not mean myself.
So we do have to look out for that, and I understand that. But it's for the algorithms and things. Like Joe Rogan's had it's not political and cultural all the time. Like anything that you see on YouTube that is not factually accurate or a crazy ass idea like aliens or something, or if you mention, I'm going to go ahead and say it, Area 51. You start talking about Area 51 and that's part of, the topic, like you cut down a sentence or something like that. They auto flag it to say this is the real information, just like they did with COVID. Anything that's conspiracy theory, our conspiracy theory kind of situation, that's what's flagged.
Shit.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that at all.
But if you look up anything that's good from their side, as far as like videos and things, none of it's flagged, even though they're talking about it. But any dissenting voice on YouTube, you get that bar just like you did at COVID. You know, for different situations, different areas, like Area 51, you start talking about that. You start talking about any kind of conspiracy theory, start talking rough about the vaccine, like we were doing when we were saying this is a problem with myocarditis. This is not actually doing what you're saying it's doing because it's not effective. You're still getting sick at a higher rate than people who are unvaccinated. All that shit has now come out. They won't flag that. But at the beginning of that shit, when people were saying that, everything was flagged COVID. Here's the real information. This is what you need to know. You didn't pay attention to it. You didn't see it, did you?
I would have never known. No, you guys hadn't told me, I would have never known. 'Cause I don't mess with YouTube like that. I never see anything. This is the first I've heard of it at all.
Well, look, I have a job where literally I can just like put in Bluetooth headphones and just play things. That's how I keep up with who's saying what and things like that. You know, I have a job where unless it's something serious, I don't need to pay attention that much. But so I'm gonna say not that much, but enough to focus on what's being said. So I'm always listening to something at work, and you know when I'm okay, that video's over. Let's see that one. You know, as you're scrolling through, even on your phone, you see that blue bar up underneath the title of their video and their likes and everything like that. That's where they're gonna say, hey, this is the real information. This is what we want you to believe. This is what we want you to know about it. And that's been that way since COVID started. Because they were flagging the misinformation and all that. That was where everybody was telling you, all you have to do is just eat this fruit and you'll be okay. I understand flagging that. I understand taking that shit down. But when actual real information comes out, that's the censorship issue we ran into with that.
All right, I get you.
But yeah, as far as that goes, like going back to this dude, it's just I feel I'm off put by it. Like I've seen a lot of these videos, not a lot, but I've seen a good amount of these videos, and I feel like this dude is acting. I feel like this is a plant. He already said he's doing this for attention. You can go back through this account again. It's at the Jeffrey Marsh on TikTok, and just listen to when it's just him speaking to the camera.
I'd like to see a video of him in this.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be good because you said that the host strikes a very different tone when there's someone else on camera. So I want to compare and contrast there.
Where was that one I found him with? Yeah.
I will.
I pushed you away.
No. I was gonna say in regards to the last video. Not sure if y'all saw my reaction as soon as he started playing it.
No, I didn't.
But my eyes widened. I was staring with shock at him, and then I started to look at my own chest. Like, God damn it! Did I look the same? And
my eyes squinted when I saw this guy in the orange. He looks like he's tanning with wood polish.
Oh no, I'm just saying that because I know men do not look good in women's clothing.
Hold up. New conspiracy theory. Oh. That dude is the left's orange man. Well, can we start screaming orange man bad? Yeah. No, that would be an attack against gay people.
So what are you saying? All gay people are actually orange?
I mean, those are the kinds of things we would run across if we started pushing that idea, you know?
No, but the ones in Jersey definitely are.
Well, I know they call Saki
would that
orange
be hate
woman.
speech? Because they are, I mean, those people are like spray tan kind of shit all the time. Yeah, so they are orange.
You can tell who has no friends because they have a big white spot on their back.
But yeah, okay. So here's a video with him and his boyfriend. I assume it's his boyfriend. But I was talking about there's a different tone when somebody else is on camera with him. Listen to this.
I pushed you away when we first started dating because you were boring. To me, like I thought, oh, I have to have drama in my life and stuff like that. But you never pushed me away.
Correct.
Really? Because you didn't have that. You didn't want the drama.
Yeah, I agree.
You just kind of liked me from the beginning?
I saw that you were very special.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Special ed?
You were just very nice.
And that was okay with you?
Yeah. I get my drama from the Real Housewives.
Good.
See, it's a different tone altogether. But
Yeah, well,
I paused it at the wrong time because this is going to be fucking amazing just from the still screen for what I'm going to say. Like, there is a different feel from this. I feel like that dude in the background is just like, dear Lord, what the fuck did I get myself into? Just from the facial expression on that right there, I know I paused it at the wrong time as far as that goes, but that was fucking
Wrong
epic.
time for them or the actual right time? Because there's a difference.
Oh, it was the right time for that kind of situation.
So is he just blinking? Is he just blinking Morse code saying, "Please help me"?
I think he wants a. I think he wants a bigger gay or. He wants a bear of a gay man to pick to save him that Twinkie.
Look, all I'm gonna do is if this is my whole thought process in this is right.
Hey, I've been thinking about this for a while now because the host of this channel has been reminding me of somebody. It's been killing me since you've been playing these videos. He looks like Neil Brennan.
Who?
Neil Brennan. Who's that?
Is that? Yeah, Dave Chappelle's friend.
Oh, the trans one that
No, yeah. The one in red looks like Neil. No,
is that
no, no. Neil Brennan's born male. He's not transition whatsoever. You'll see.
is this dude? I mean, I've never looked into that as far as that goes.
There he is. See, it's a
Oh,
resemblance.
that's the wrong account.
Wrong one.
There it is. See,
Hold up. Let me mute this. I want to get him with his mouth closed. Or close to it. Holy shit, there is a striking resemblance. I mean, this one he's got a little bit of a wider jaw, but yeah, I can see it.
I'm pretty sure that's him. You pull it.
You could have had jaw surgery. I mean, Blair White did that, right?
Blair White. I guess.
Well,
You
let's
could
see one
have
of the-
done something to make that. I mean, I could see that.
Well, let's see one of this guy's more alarming videos, because that's something I'm looking for. This stuff. There's something I'm looking for in these videos.
I mean, it's alarming only because of what he's saying. Yes, like the people. If you comment on these videos and you have these conversations with people that actually follow him, like this is something I want to bring up. Like I never told anybody about this, but I want to bring it up now. And everything has gone to a lawyer at this point. Like I had a conversation with somebody in my last video, the one that was flagged for hate speech, but it did take a while for them to bring it down. Like it was up for a good 45 minutes, almost an hour. I had a conversation with the guy that follows this account. Like we had over 100 messages between us. And at one point I was like, dude, look, I understand. I kind of understand this feeling and everything like that. I get it. I have a friend who detransitioned. And I said, look, if you want to talk, I can bring you on the show and we can talk about it. And he's like, well, I'm a minor. I feel uncomfortable. And I was like, all right, immediately I'm done with this conversation. Screenshots have been taken. It's been sent to a lawyer. And he's like, well, this. And then he attacked me because I said, have a good day. I'm done talking to you. Because he literally, okay, well, I'm a minor. And now here we go. Now you're the pedophile. You're talking to a minor about this. See? That was the game played.
Yeah, that's what I'm listening for. I'm listening for messages that may be directed at kids, and that because I've never.
Oh no, the kids thing just started recently with a video that we started out with. You wanted to, okay, let's go with that. As far as that's concerned.
Well, yeah, that was during setup. The viewers haven't seen that yet. Are there any viewers right now? It would be me, but now I'm a guest.
Well, YouTube, we don't have any guests.
But yeah, I'm just gonna roll off into the next one for you on this, and just this one's the next video after the one we watched at the beginning where he was talking to the kids.
Okay.
Let me unmute.
Because.
Want to restart it?
Reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Child Protective Services. I told my little CPS story before, and I wanted to add a little something to the story. So I went to school when I was very, very young. Gosh, I think middle school, young high school, somewhere in there, with a mark on my face. Because reasons. And actually reasons you could just assume. And you would be correct. And a teacher at school was she said, under a mandatory reporting condition. So the government got involved and we were sent to family counseling. And at the very end of the story, it kind of made things a little worse because I got blamed for airing our family's dirty laundry. And I didn't. All I did was go to school with a mark on my face. But it was my fault within the family and that sort of thing. And the reason I bring this up is what's happening in Florida and in Texas. Loving your LGBTQ kid is not child abuse. And I know that there are good parents who are right there. We don't get to talk about it much, but they're right there willing to get in trouble, willing to have the government look at them for child abuse and love their kid anyway. And so the point of this video is thank you. I know that there are good teachers who actually are not trying to choose between being nice to their trans students or getting fired. They're choosing getting fired. They are choosing risking getting fired because they can't bear to be put in the middle of this and make it the kid's problem and the kid's fault. And so thank you. You know, if I could go back in time, it was an incredibly painful experience. And of course, I would tell little Jeffrey, none of this is your fault. And so thank you to the teachers and to everyone who is telling trans kids, this is not your fault. Child.
I want to know who his parents are. I want to get their side of the story of that.
Yes.
Cause I have so many ideas, so many things, but I'm gonna keep that to myself.
What is this guy calling a trans kid, by the way?
Transgender child. So that would be like anyone under 18 till 17, all the way to the infant.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. But I'm sorry. Let's come from a place of damn reason. What I consider a child is literally elementary school.
Well, hold on. Are you talking? What I'm trying to grasp is, are they talking? Excuse me. Is this host talking about someone that has transitioned at that early age?
No.
No, these are talking to the people who don't feel like they're in their right skin. You know, the ones who are just like, well,
the ones who are born in the wrong body.
No. The ones who are confused. This is literally propaganda brainwashing to say, like, Abel, can you back that up? Like there is no pushback on anything. If you try to push back on this account,
So
they literally flag everything. Is this not propaganda for the trans community?
very. So he's attacking Texas, Florida, Texas for the parental rights bill, also known as "Don't Be a Groomer" bill.
That was Florida.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said Florida.
Oh yeah, and Texas is starting to pick up with their kind of thing. Yeah,
Texas was parents and medical providers and/or guardians could be charged with child abuse if they medically transition any minor.
Yes,
and that. Well, it was both a medical transition and/or surgery for biological men, giving them implants, and or for young ladies, double mastectomies, and I don't know what it's called, but something that involves getting rid of their or adding a fake penis.
I don't know what it is either.
Also, these people think that
really, I don't want to know.
These people also claim puberty blockers not harmful. If you do that and hormones, first of all, you're stunting a child's growth. There's no way that they can accelerate their body's growth. Let's say you take them off, put them on puberty blockers for a year. That year is not going to come back ever. They lost that year. These people think that, you can just turn it off and off like a switch. No, if you put that with hormones, that is a cocktail for sterilization for these children. These children do not understand the consequences of their actions.
Good
point.
You
can tell them everything. And they'll be like, that's fine, I'll still do it. Give them a year. Give them a decade, actually. Give them 2, maybe 3 at best. 4 if they want, and I wait for that long. And then they'll realize, oh shit, I actually wanted a family. Now I'm sterile. And I don't have much anymore.
Great point.
You cannot reverse bottom surgery for male or female.
No.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
You will lose all that feeling. There's no orgasm anymore at all.
You cannot.
Men too.
Well, I was getting to another point. For women, you cannot remove your breast and replace them with implants. It is not the same. And for men, get your implants to get them out. Now you have gynecomastia, of the excess skin. And then you have to get them removed. And then you have to be in my position. Fucked up test. These monsters. Honestly, no. They're worse than monsters. Monster would at least have some type of sanity. This is worse than scum. You know what? Fuck YouTube and me for this.
Look, I'm going to be honest, and I want your take on this as well, Joe. I have more respect for you, Abel, than I do for this person. You went further with it than he has. What's your take on that, man?
You're talking to me now?
Yeah.
Well,
I had to be myself. I want to say something on YouTube that would get me in.
No, absolutely misrepresenting hormones is something that stands out to me. That's shit that absolutely does need to stop. Things like that are the real reason, the only reason I can think of that these surgeries should not be allowed for minors, especially right now, because knowing that some parents would do this just as a cosmetic thing. They wanted a girl, but they got a boy. So give it a little bit of time. They can get the girl they've always wanted because they heard that on the news. I have not had that conversation. I have not had that conversation with anyone, but it's something I'm not putting past parents. Just knowing how parents are sometimes.
Great point.
Sometimes parents are the worst thing to ever happen to that child.
Great point.
I grew up in a house where not my parents, but one of my relatives, mom and dad were the worst thing that ever happened to that child. So in my mind, mom and dad are not sacred. And then when it comes to things like this, I say case in point. You want your child to be something that they may or may not be. You know, it's a careful choice of words right there. May or may not be.
Right.
Obviously, these decisions, we need to learn more before these decisions are even readily made. or can be made or even considered with a doctor at all. I feel like all the research on this is so premature. I don't even think these conversations should even exist between doctors and patients right now. Earlier was last year in February, a bunch of trans activists, they took offense to some 6 or 7-year-old UCLA research into the brains of trans people. And they actually did find with MRI that the brains of people who have transitioned, they actually are different. They actually are structured very differently.
Right.
They're actually built in such a way. So there's wiring, for lack of a better term, wiring that goes across regions in the brain that are associated with gender identity. And by the way, there are areas in the brain associated with gender identity. In males, they're typically larger, female, compared to females. One of those things they don't tell you. And that research is now halted because some trans activists were taking offense to it based on things like people being subjected to wearing these something about the uniforms that they have to wear before they go into the MRI. Things that anybody so being subjected to standard medical procedures.
Oh God,
for fuck's sake. Yeah, you can find it right now.
Okay, so literally we can point out who is really trans and who is not now.
We have a glimpse into it. We have a start for sure. We do know.
Okay, yeah, well, I'll give you that.
Right. Now, is that the only explanation? That's way too soon to tell. The only explanation, I wouldn't say this explains everything.
No, I mean, it wouldn't. Okay, look, I'm going to go into a little story here. You put that on pause for a second. I'm going to go into a little story here. It is actually out there, and I really don't care to talk about this.
Go ahead.
Now, apparently, this person is saying they're abused. I agree with Abel. I want to get this person, their parents on board. I want to hear from their parents without this dude coaching, without anybody being anything said. I want to hear their story on that. Okay. Because I do come from a fucked up home. Okay. My mother was a foster mother who was raised by a woman who immigrated after World War II. She lived in Germany during the Nazi era. Okay. She immigrated here. My mother was a foster child to that woman. She grew up in a fucked up way herself, and she pushed that down onto me. Okay. My father, I didn't find out till years after, they got a divorce and everything like that. But my father was never there. Like, he was there physically, but not mentally, emotionally, or anything like that. He would go to work, come home, sit in front of the TV until it was time to eat. That, as a little kid, that was the only interaction I had with him. And then he'd sit in front of the TV again. Right. My mother was a very violent person. So I understand child abuse as far as that goes. And I understand how it can affect you because I am quick to anger. I'm quick to be pissed because of the way I was raised. Okay. I understand that. From my angle, looking at that now, okay, so apparently he says there was abuse when he was younger. Everybody takes abuse differently. I don't think this whole transgenderism, if it's true, stems from that. Not just because, okay, he says he's open about it, but have you formed that story? I can tell you right here, right now, everything that happened to me. You probably did, but I can't do it in 3 minutes. I would have to literally have 20, 30 videos, me explaining my past. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this comes from a place of real child abuse unless the parents were doing what you were talking about. Like, well, we got a boy, but we wanted a girl. That's the only way I could take that angle as far as to understand that. The condescending tone, the kind of passive aggressive anger, I can understand that too. But again, I've gone through these videos. paid attention to him for a good 30, 45 minutes when I started getting bans for this shit, to realize I feel like this is acting. He already said in the very beginning, I'm here for attention. I don't feel like this is real. I don't feel like this dude actually feels this way. But this is a protected account. This is what is being pushed. Like from the very beginning, let's go back. He's got 576 followers at this point in time. First video, like I said, this could be a different account. He could have had something else that was removed or whatever like that. I get you. But
Let's talk.
Which one is this? 1/5/2021. So you've had this account for a little over a year.
And how many subs?
Over 500,000, 576,000, 10 million likes. I feel like this is a plant. I feel like this is somebody who is garnering attention, probably went through some kind of drama training or is just drama infested as it is and knows how to push that kind of idea. Started learning how women act and kind of molding that into his frame for this camera. I don't feel like this is a trans person.
Well, don't make him prove it.
How? I mean, we've already gone through everything. The only thing this person, how could you prove this though? The only thing this person has right here is makeup. That's as far as they've gone. They rarely ever shave. You got as much 5 o'clock shadow as I do right now. And that's your first video. You know, as it rolls on, yes, you do have some smooth skin, like you shave every once in a while, like normal men would. I feel like this is acting. Everything about this screams acting to me.
Actor?
Maybe we'll say it could be a grift. Fine. It could be honest.
You know what? Then he should be on Gothix's channel as a grifter.
After this blows open, yeah.
It'll probably be her last day on YouTube if she does. If this guy really is as protected as people, as you guys are telling me.
Wait, hold up.
But
What?
Trans woman, right? Him with no makeup, not even dressed up for the camera.
hi, I'm Butch. My Golden Girls t-shirt, that's Rose. This is what non-binary looks like too. I realized that I felt unsafe doing a video with no makeup on Instagram. And you know what we do in our family, our spiritual growth.
Okay, so you come from
we go into
Instagram then.
unsafe places and find out what's going on there. And I realized I feel this pressure to present, to have it snatched, to have everything together, to be comprehensible, because we're called fake so much. And I know deep in my soul I am not fake. I am non-binary.
I feel like you're trying to convince yourself right then and there.
But also, sometimes some cis people, when they get confused, they get violent.
Really?
And so I also realized it's like I'm also a traumatized child, was a traumatized child, right? So it's that childhood stuff too. But I realized that I love you very much. And if you feel like you need to be comprehensible in order to be safe, let me be a safe place where you can be yourself. It's not about looks, but I can see in your eyes that you are true, that you are real. I can see the integrity of your soul, your eyes. And I love you.
Yeah. I
You
get
should
acting
the
vibes
first
all.
Oscar in the dress. Well, first thing I want to I'd like to know where he's coming from, where he says that cis people, when they're confused, they get angry.
Exactly.
I like for someone to explain that. I've never heard that before.
I've never seen anybody, like, there are trans people around here. I have seen some. I've never looked at them and be like, boy, I want to punch you in the face right now. I want to beat the shit out of you. I need you dead. I've never felt like that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It happens, though. I bet.
I'm sure it does.
Well, like gay guys have been jumped just for being gay. That's not unheard of. So
right.
If it were that kind of statement, I would acknowledge that. I would see that as plausible enough. What I'm looking for, though.
But just because it happened to him doesn't mean it happens to every single person.
No, not at all. Especially today. Where is this guy from?
I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
He's got it easy.
I don't care enough about that. Like Frisco, yeah, you got a point there. Anywhere really in California. And
Both
your
places.
sound is really low now. Your mic cut off or something. It sounds like you're in speaker. Yes. Still fucked up.
Yeah, your audio is a little bad right now.
All right. So cameras will fuck up here in a second.
Yeah, I do apologize for the cameras going out in 3, 2. I'm not saying 1 because I know it is.
Yeah, I mean, if he backs out of the chat and comes back in.
But, sir,
all right.
you claim to be a safe space for children. The hell you ain't. I don't even trust you with my niece and nephew. At best,
I don't trust you alone with me.
I don't even trust you with kids I don't like.
I don't even trust you.
I mean,
I don't trust you with the dog that I hate. That's aggressive as hell. I feel like if I left that dog with you for half an hour, that dog would be the most shyest, most cowardice dog in half an hour. And then that would tell me everything.
You know what? California ruined my perception of dogs anyway. I don't care.
Are you talking about the purse ones? The ones in purses?
You know, here's what happened. It was 2005 thereabouts when all those guys in Wall Street were just raising the rates on housing, and then people just started going broke. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so people were losing their houses out in LA, and it's already expensive as shit anyway. So what they did, since they lost everything, they started coming towards my side of the globe. I'm in the next county over. Yeah, so Los Angeles County and San Bernardino County are neighbors.
Right.
So I'm in the San Bernardino County. And since then, because they lived in shitty neighborhoods anyway, they brought their shitty dogs with them. So so here's what happened though. There were days I used to pet every single dog in my neighborhood. I had never seen a bad dog really. I saw one and it was a Saint Bernard. Fucker. I hope she's dead. I hope she's dead. No, Cinnamon was a sack of shit. I hate that fucker. But,
oh no, I agree. The only dog I've ever hated is a Chihuahua.
Them little fucks. Yes.
I was happy that the minute that Princess died. Little cunt deserved death.
Damn.
And she lived a long ass life.
Look, I had a Welsh Corgi, alright? Yo, fuck off with them Chihuahua things. Those are evil sons of bitches.
Well, so anyway, that's what happened. All of the shitheads from LA started moving into my side of town. And then I just lost my goodwill towards dogs.
I can see that happen.
Then there was also the actually that's when it started, but what made it worse was that you remember not too long ago there were people that always wanted to bring an anxiety dog with them.
Oh yeah. The support animal trend. Like everybody had that shit.
My dog's a support animal.
Support animal. Like, what did that guy bring onto a fucking plane? An emu? No, No, it was a peacock. He said that was his support animal. Just so he could skip
That
out
shit
on
went out of control. I mean, there
Okay,
was one video.
is there
I
an
remember a
issue
ferret
if
being
I
in one.
have my support peacock with me? Come on, man.
Yes, there is.
What's wrong with my support peacock? Just
Well,
because
fine.
he has a bigger cock than me don't mean shit.
I want to support Rhino. Like, I'm gonna buy myself a rhino. It's gonna be my support animal. Okay.
Look, if you
I'm gonna take it on planes with me. I'm gonna take it everywhere.
Look,
you can't say nothing about it.
If you want your support rhino, just pick up Mitt Romney and you're fine.
I'm not talking about politically.
That's fine. So,
but yeah.
Anyway, whatever the hell we were talking about.
I'm just giving you an option for a support rhino, a cheaper one.
Well, okay. I'll take it. I'll take it then, I guess. Whatever. No, fuck that. Yeah, I'm done with this account as far as that goes. Like, literally, I just
Let's
don't feel
leave
like
it here. I don't want to say anything. I've already said enough things with my mic off. I don't want to say anything more. My mic on.
For curiosity's sake, and just because I got 3 fucking strikes for telling you to leave children alone, I'm digging into your fucking Instagram, sir. Okay, the next one. This one's an even bigger problem to me. Really, really bigger problem. This is a teacher. Okay? I'm going to load off with the video that's making its rounds on TikTok. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other more prominent people have talked about this, but here we go.
I'm gay and I 1000% support this bill, not only because...
Hi, I'm a queer teacher and I 1000% do not support this bill. And yes, I do know what's in it. The bill in itself is just another way to stigmatize the LGBTQ plus community. Kids as young as 3 and 4 are actually aware of their gender identity, even if they don't have the language for it. Also very aware of who they like and who they don't like. Heterosexuality is pushed on our kids on a daily basis at a very young age. Media, through books. The first Disney movie that you saw. To say that pre-K through 3rd grade are not ready for such topics is actually internalized homophobia and transphobia. They're very much ready for these topics and are way more accepting than adults when it comes to discussing these topics. We can talk about gender assumptions, pronouns, all the things. And it is child development appropriate and age appropriate. It's literally created as just another means to other queer people. Basically say that us existing is not normal.
I'm gay and I...
Okay. So you think it's okay to talk to 3 and 4-year-olds about sex, gender identity, everything like that. You're talking about people who are barely self-aware that they're alive and human. And you think it's age appropriate.
Well, what I want to know, first off, I want to know what the evidence is that kids at ages 3 and 4 have a sense of gender identity. It may not be wrong. It could be weak evidence, but either way, you're going to lean on that at ages 3 and 4. I still want to see what the hell you're talking about. How compelling could that evidence possibly be, or how pronounced could that sense of identity actually be at 3 and 4 years of age?
I could probably bet it's going to be something like, my kid took a shower with me and noticed our genitals are different.
Christ.
I could probably bet that's the direction it will go if that were pushed. Because, I mean, every single kid took showers and baths with their parents.
Probably.
You don't remember it because you were at such a young age. At 3 and 4 years old, like I was saying, dude, you barely know that you're alive, that you're a human being. You barely have that cognitive function to know that you are something.
We're Mexican. We scrub them in the sink while we do dishes.
Look, I've taken sink baths when I was a kid. I know how that feels. But no, I mean, you're talking about at such a young age, dude. Do you even remember back then?
Ages 3 and 4, I actually do have very few memories.
Hey, Drunken, I'm gonna send you a clip. I have a response to that teacher. I have the exact. This is.
Oh, there's a good bit of them.
No. I'm gonna send you a clip right now. Let me pull up Telegram.
Okay.
I want you to. I'll tell you what time to go at.
Okay.
Don't laugh. Don't say anything. Just go to the 2 minute
I'll be
and 30.
quiet.
Go to the 2 minute 32 minute scene.
Okay, hold up. I gotta switch it over because the only way I can do this in Discord for y'all to see the screen too is by playing it in the Chrome browser. All right,
That's
2 minutes and 32 seconds.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm also gonna change it on my end. This is my response to that teacher.
You ready?
Yeah,
Tell me when to play it.
yeah. Give me 1 more sec. I do apologize, guys. There we go. I pulled it up. So this is my response to the teacher who says that this is how appropriate training. I'm gonna play it on my end right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I actually watched that movie when I was younger too.
And
I mean,
that is my age appropriate for training.
Did I hold up? Did that? No, that never even showed up. But it was I'm sorry, I still had it in the wrong area when I played that damn thing too, didn't I?
That's
yes,
fine.
I did. But yeah, it was a little clip of in Kindergarten Cop where the kid stands up and he says, "Boy has a penis, girl has a vagina." I'm sure with you being as old as you are, you know that scene.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right. I experiencing technical difficulty.
I 1000%.
Again. What's up? What are you doing?
No. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll pull it up right now.
But yeah, it's like, okay, she's saying, I'm going to dive into this one. Hold on.
Support this bill, not only because.
Hi, I'm a queer teacher, and I went.
Okay, number one. Like we were talking about, like I was saying before the show, I didn't need to know that. Honestly.
Which part?
No offense given at all. The blue hair, big glasses, skinny frame, the haircuts.
And this is what I was talking about.
I don't need to know. I already know.
But Abel, this is what I was talking about earlier when I said the hair should not be taller than the person.
Right. But then again, I can actually relate to that because like I have my headphones on and it's squishing my hair down. Like when my hair gets longer than like 3, 4, 5 inches, it starts looking like I have a Farrah Fawcett hairdo. As it grows out, if it grows past my ears, it starts to curl up. It's weird, dude.
I want to see that now.
No, you do not. I'm not going to see it ever again.
I will talk to your wife and we'll have this on the live show one of these days.
Nope.
I will
nope,
take
it's
mine.
not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. It looks fucking like, dude, as soon as it starts reaching my ears, my hair starts to curl up. So once it reaches past where my ears stick out on top, I have this little curl all the way around to the back of my head. Like it's fucking weird. My hair just starts curling up at the top layer and that's it. Nothing else curls, just that part. It's not going to happen. I've never gone really past the point of it reaching my earlobes, past my earlobes. So I don't know what happens past that point. It just looks so ridiculously stupid that I've always had my hair cut way before it even gets to that point.
I will convince your wife to let you have it on.
You will convince her, but you will never convince me.
I'll get you I'll get you 2 fridges with automatic beer dispensers once we get big enough.
Okay, if it turns out to be something, I'll give you that then.
Deal.
But no, I mean, it's just
one button releases 2 beers.
no, a beer button.
You only have to press
I can't have them. Look, I can't have them warming up on me. I'm not like chugging these sons of bitches over here while I'm on camera. All right, I'm sipping. I'm having fun.
We'll have 2 giant ass beer fridges for you. They both release 1 beer at a time. We'll take one, and the other one you can put in little mini.
That stays stocked. But anyway, no, it's like we already. Let's go into the next line with this because God. All right.
I 1000% do not support this bill. And yes, I do know what's in it.
Yes, she's talking about the Florida the parental rights in education, the anti-groomer bill. You can't talk to kids about sex through, what is it, kindergarten to 3rd grade?
So are you telling me that this teacher is either a 3rd grade or below teacher? And you can't talk about your sexual preferences or anything sexual in nature, children? Aren't these the same people that in yesterday's stream said let kids be kids, especially when it came to underage marriage? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, they were saying that while simultaneously saying that the right is pedophilic because they want kids to get married, and then said, let kids get married. Yes, that's exactly... I'm done. I'm done with fucking life. Oh, God. But yeah, let's... Hold on. Did we...
The bill in itself is just
Okay, let's roll back into that because I forgot where it was.
Do not support this bill.
Okay, so yeah.
And yes, I do know what's in it.
I call question that, but you'll see why.
In itself is just another way to stigmatize the LGBTQ plus community.
Boom. This bill is just another way to stigmatize the LGBT plus community.
Tell me you don't know what's in a bill without telling me you don't know what's in the bill. It just answered it.
To be fair, technically it is because you can't reach young children in the state of Florida. It is a stigmatization if that is concerned. But what the fuck are you trying to talk to 3 and 4-year-olds about what's between your legs if you are not the parent?
I don't even think parents should tell their children that.
What you got on this, Joe?
I'm absorbing it as I go. I don't know why you as a teacher think it's that important anyway, though. Especially at that age, why you think you have to have that conversation. Right. When even in California, I remember students once in a while when I was a kid. I remember students once in a while. Are you guys hearing a bunch of wind, by the way? Because I'm outside.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Go ahead.
I don't hear anything.
The wind. Okay, good. Okay, so I remember kids bringing up things like gay people once in a while. The teacher just touch on it lightly, just say something like, "Oh, well, yeah, that happens," and then just change the subject. You go right back to what you're already in school for.
Right.
Which it's the fucking alphabet.
At that point, not even the alphabet, dude. You're learning how to finger paint, eat snacks, and sleep. 3 and 4-year-olds.
Well, not even at that age specifically. I'm thinking back to the ages that. So I'm thinking about the ages that this bill actually affects, where they said up until 3rd grade, these conversations are just not allowed to happen.
Right.
In California, we've had similar for a while anyway. So the conversations like what I was just talking about. Okay, so the teachers will touch on it lightly, whatever, and then all said and done, real quick, you just get right back to the real lesson.
Right.
You don't delve deep into it. And part of the reason is sex education is reserved for certain grades and certain times of that year. So in my mind, there was always a structure designed to approach things like this anyway. And I don't remember backlash. Hell, if you were thinking back then, if you were a school teacher saying that we need to talk to kids about sex more, you would have raised suspicion.
Yes. Definitely.
I wasn't talked about sex until.
I mean, okay, you are a lot younger than us.
People had to go.
Joe, do you remember the whole battle that we had when we were growing up about, you know, should sex education be taught in the classroom or at home? Do you remember that?
That was still going on in California. You had to, like, we had to get a permission slip when I was in school.
Right.
And
I did too.
Yeah, the way I remember it. So they told us we need a permission slip to learn something. I only did it because my other friends were doing it.
Right.
I only did it because my friends were doing it. I didn't know what to expect yet. Actually, I knew a bit about what to expect. I probably knew more about it than the other students going into it, but it also struck me. Well, it was also, it really just struck me as something new. It's just a break away from the typical class structure. So
right. I mean, that was what it was for every kid at that point. Yes. But I just wanted to like, at our age, we had to get permission slips. It had to be a thing. Parents had to know, at least they're talking about this in school.
I don't remember.
But this woman is talking to 3 and 4 year olds about this.
I'll be honest, I don't remember if I had a signed permission slip. That was over decades ago.
Well, this took Abel to the zoo. Just took most of the penguins. And you say, well, this is where new penguins come from, buddy.
An egg? So you're telling me humans come from eggs? Nice.
You gotta sit on it for months.
Okay. I feel like it would hurt after a bit, but eventually I'd get used to it and I'd be into it.
Now, penguin mating seasons are fucking weird, man. That is an extreme thing. Like March of the Penguins, I saw that movie and I was like, fuck. I mean, these motherfuckers do some shit.
I didn't even see March of the Penguins, but I know what you're talking about.
Why does that sound familiar?
It was a documentary that was done by Morgan Freeman about the life cycle of a penguin. And pretty much the entire thing, because it is the most interesting thing about penguins other than they're cute and fucking cool as shit. But the most
I've seen this
interesting thing is...
It's a 2005 film?
Yeah, something like that. Like, it was the mating season of emperor penguins or something like that. These motherfuckers go through some shit just to have 1, maybe 2 kids their entire life, you know? They're more dedicated than humans are to make that motherfucker live. But, I mean, just like going back to this, it throws me the fuck off because, like, the classroom in the background, okay, you are targeting children at this point. You're talking about, okay, 3-4 years old, these people, yes, they do have a gender identity, which is probably just seeing in the bathtub that your parents' genitals are different than yours.
I'll be back. I'm going to use the restroom.
Okay. But she's talking about 3 or 4 year olds.
I'm now doing it drunken.
Yeah, I'm going to have to eventually. But then I'm talking about...
Or if you want, tell this. Play a video and have Joseph talk on it while we return.
Well, no, I'm not doing that yet. My bladder's not full yet.
Oh, God damn it.
But you go ahead. We'll keep talking.
Yeah, we still have some things to unravel about this one. So first off, I don't think she said she wanted to talk to 3 and 4 year olds specifically. She was just attempting. She was attempting to defend the decision to do so. Just saying things like that's what she said. Where she said that they have kids have a sense of gender identity at ages 3 and 4. I just want to see that evidence first. I'm not going to call you a liar, but I'm not going to take that at face value. It seems plausible. I'll give you that. But this is what I was talking about much earlier when we were still doing setup. I want to know to these people why it matters.
Exactly.
Because they go back, because they go back and forward. Especially when you talk about males and you talk about what masculinity is, they'll tell you what masculinity is when they don't like it. Kinda. They won't tell you what it is. And you see what I mean, though. But they go back and forward. Is male and female a valid thing? How come? Why aren't you telling these people that gender is a construct anyway? That you're making it up as you go. Just don't believe. Just don't believe you're born in the wrong body. How's that? How come that's never the argument?
Great point. Great. Actually, dude, that is a great point with that. Like, oh.
But that's the truth, because there's I had were you watching Gothics when she had a guest on, the little dweeb with glasses?
No.
Okay. Well,
look, I've been paying a lot more attention to her, a lot more lately, but I came across her about almost a year ago.
Well, I think this was back in January. So here was the story behind that. She was part of a conversation.
Sorry, I fucked up cameras.
She was part of a conversation I believe took place on TikTok, and this was at the time where. Sorry, let me get away from this road. I'm busy right now. Okay, so it was a conversation that took place on TikTok, and a bunch of things were going on at the time, like all of the supposedly racist images that were in Dr. Seuss books, and then Mr. Potato Head, all of a sudden, no longer Mr. Potato Head, just Potato Head. There was a lot of debate over that. So he came onto her channel to clear some things up, and then the conversation went a number of different ways. It just came down to this guy. I ended up in the comments telling somebody else that I want to talk to one of her guests one of these days. And that same guest, he happened to be reading the comments. You say, here I am. So I don't think that's a members only video. I'll look into that. Because if it is, I'll take screenshots of the conversation and I'll send those to you guys just so you can see what we actually did. I'm not going to do that today, but we'll keep that open for later. Yeah, for a later conversation.
I was gonna say to keep my sanity. Let's just do one more because I'm already done with TikTok.
I'm wrapping something up. Actually, Abel, this is an interesting thing. This is a good thing to talk about, because what we're seeing politicized, we're seeing two narratives here that don't make sense together. One is that gender is a social construct, and the other being that people are born or not one. I shouldn't even bring that up, but some people, for one reason or another, think they are born in the wrong body, and they are looking to meet the gender identity that they most align with. So if gender is a social construct, then how come nobody's just telling these people it's a construct? Just work towards something else. Just stop believing you're born in the wrong body or whatever.
Yeah, good point. Why are you pressing so hard for this? I mean, okay, yes. As far as this is gender affirming at this point. Which I get it. And, if you actually do feel this way, I understand. And like I told Abel, we had a conversation at one point in time. I don't know if you were there for that, where I asked him at what point in life would this be okay? Would you consider letting them transition, just accepting the fact that they actually feel like that? And I want to ask you that too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, if a child's going to tell me at some age, I think I'm born, first I want to know how they came to that conclusion in those words. Born.
Mm-hmm. But no, broad spectrum of things. When would you feel like it is appropriate for somebody to take this journey? Okay, I guarantee you it's not 3 or 4 years old. When would you feel like it would be appropriate for somebody to take the journey into changing everything about them because they truly are trans, like Blair White?
I don't know, because I don't know enough about about cause and effect here to really give strong words other than kids should not be going through hormonal treatments.
No.
When there's so right now, because there's so little that is actually known. As I said, the brain research was our best evidence. And it is showing, yes, these brains are developed differently. So, and now here's the other thing, gender dysphoria, not a specific condition. It's not like a genetic condition like depression or schizophrenia. It's just a state of mind. And yes, it does closely correlate with suicidal ideation. So now in comes this research showing that people who say they're born in the wrong body, there's research showing there's a good scientific reason to believe that their brains are developed differently. So for some reason, their brain is telling them they are born in the wrong body. And I'm going to tell you something else about this based on different research. I learned this from a lecture you can watch online right now. The researcher's name is Rod Sapolsky. He's a neurobiologist. I believe I know he was teaching in California, but he's got lectures out of Stanford. Wherever, I don't remember where he got his education, but he comments on different sex biology quite in detail. And he talked about, in one of his lectures, he mentioned people born in the wrong body. And he will say, chromosomally, they can be one sex. Gonads will be one sex. Hormones will be of one sex. So it'll all be of the same sex. But for some reason, when you get to the brain, they interpret themselves as being born in a different sex that doesn't match everything else.
Right.
And he mentioned a study. This is really the best evidence of this so far. He mentions phantom limb syndrome. First of all, so where people, let's say they lose an arm, their brain is still expecting an arm, a complete arm, even though there's nothing there. The brain still interprets, are still conditioned to believe there is an arm, and people will swear they can feel like their arm is still there, even though it's clearly not. And now let's take those people born in the wrong body. There's even a condition, he even said it by name, called phantom penile syndrome. So guess what? If yours gets lopped off, your brain is going to send a signal as if it should still be there. But when you go to trans individuals, those people born in the wrong bodies, they don't experience phantom penile syndrome. So that's part of the evidence that these people really are born in the wrong bodies. And that was at his time. That lecture is
I understand that.
And that lecture is much older than the UCLA research. So those two bits of evidence, and that's really convincing stuff. Far as I can tell, those two bits of research do go together really well.
So, I mean, I could understand that. If your brain is wired differently, and if you truly are born in the wrong body, if that is a situation, which I know we're not. You've said it before in Gothics, you're not like a religious kind of person. I'm open to the idea. I've got my questions about it. But if you truly are born in the wrong body, wouldn't that be a mistake from God then?
Sure. If you want to bring God into it, I guess you can call
I'm not gonna take it that angle this time. That was just a thought that just creeped into my brain right then. But
all right, yeah, and then the same questions come up when you're talking about homosexuality and such. Yeah, if you are born that way, if you do believe God is real, then shouldn't it go without saying you are what God wants you to be?
Right. But then that's a whole nother religion topic. We can deal that down later because that'll be another 5 hours.
Right. Well, I'm just.
Also, we're also hitting the 2-hour mark.
Oh, are we? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm just bringing that to you just to show there's reason to believe there is science to gender identity. It's not something contrived. It's not a mistake over thousands of years of human history. There's real biology to it. There's real neurology to it.
I understand, and I actually believe that.
It's proven. It's been done multiple times. But here's what is going on. People with a cultural bias are trying to put that bias into the science.
Right.
They're trying to introduce their biases into the science, much like Christians tried to do multiple times by forming their own science called Christian Science. And it didn't work because when you do things from a neutral perspective, not from the presumptions that are, again, have already been done in Christian Science or what's being done now, the evidence presented doesn't hold. So one of the things they did, there are studies done on the differences of male and female brains, but they were structured to show that either our brains are 100% different between male and female, or they're just not different at all. And it's just not true. First off, chromosomally, male and female brains are different. That's a genetic difference, and some of them will minimize that. Like, yeah, that one difference, big fucking whoop. That one difference is in everything. Hell, your chromosomes even leave imprints on your bones. I don't think the bones come with. I don't think the bones specifically are developed with chromosomes in mind, but they leave imprints from soft tissue.
And that's how we find out from bones if they were male or female.
Part of that, yeah. The rest of it is also the overall size and shape in some areas.
Right.
And so these are real things. Here's another one, and this is actually the most fun one that was fabricated with what would seem like some cultural bias in mind. There was a study done showing that men and women respond to porn exactly the same way. And that was a big leap because historically research has always shown that women respond to sexual arousal much slower than men. That's why you get some guys that'll put their head out the window and turn around and almost cause a goddamn accident just to check someone out. And then women, and then women almost never do anything like that.
Right.
It's because they do experience arousal differently. They can't, they will both experience it as intensely, but not as fast. In men, it's always going to be faster. That's a proven fact.
Which is why we last 2 minutes and they last 2 hours.
There's a lot to that. There's a lot to that, but basically, that's all related to.
Right.
So this research came along and said, look, the brains are lighting up just as fast in men as they are in women. Therefore, decades of research is just wrong. Okay, that's what they said. But here's what happened. The brain scans that they did were only on one level of the brain, because the brain scans can go to the most exterior levels and much further and deeper.
Right.
So all they did was show the exterior, well, not the exterior, but the outermost level that's possible with brain scans right now. So they analyzed that outermost level. Yes, it showed reactions, but you can't actually understand what those reactions really mean from that level. You have to go further in, because different areas of the brain, they're all going off for different reasons. So on the outside, you could see two areas of the brain light up at the exact same time between men and women, but you go further in and other areas are being lit up.
Right.
Things that are, again, they're things that you just won't see from that outer level.
Yeah, from like the memory, cognitive memory to the speech kind of situation, when you're recalling a fact or something like that, is going to light up differently than seeing somebody and feeling some sort of way about them, whether it be anger or love, like
between left and right hemispheres. Okay, so yeah, they are responsible for different things, but contrary to what people might believe, it's never just one at a time. It's always a combination of the two, and there are different sets of wiring going back and forward between left and right. So the brain can be lighting up for a number of different reasons, but like I said, you can't see that from that outer level where these initial brain scans were taken. And what's really interesting, which shouldn't be interesting by now, people don't understand that science. Now, unfortunately, if we rely on science, it's got to be done right. But there have always been frauds in science, especially the more popular the science, the more likely there is to be fraud. Like the most popular sciences are health sciences. They're also the most prone to fraud. That's why we get so many fad diets. We get a new diet every 6 months and people go nuts for it. You know, they spend all their money trying to find that winning diet that's going to make them lose weight, and they never do. It's, you know, it's the same. It's just scam after scam.
Right.
It's what we're seeing with the sex sciences. We're seeing sex differences being misrepresented, and there's money in it. And now, like that study I'm telling you, that was posted in, well, a number of different popular publications. And it's not like a single one of them wouldn't have looked at that and said, but you only went to one level. What about the other levels? It's not like they didn't have other neuroscientists on hand at any of these publications. So they posted what was making money.
Right.
They've been doing that for years.
Well,
That's something that's always gone on. It's just right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was gonna ask well, hopefully once we're bigger, we should try to get a scientist, someone in that field who knows more about that. I know it.
Well, by the time that happens, man, this is going to be like I said.
Well, no. I mean, like,
I'll always say this. I understand it exists, but this is a trend.
No. What I'm saying is because I know, because I'm not sure if you've ever heard Elijah speak, but he said he wrote an article on that once when he was in college, and he almost didn't get the approval for that for his topic was on transgenderism.
Yeah, and because they wouldn't approve it because he had to skew it in a way that made it look good.
No, they just didn't want to approve it in general because they didn't think it was going to be as big as it was going to be.
I remember him talking about that too. Like there was something he was doing that, you know, in that kind of area.
You know what?
Where they
I really want to ask Elijah. I definitely want to ask Elijah that. Find me on that.
But as far, like, I understand it does exist. I understand it 100%. I get it. I've had gay friends growing up. I've talked to trans people. You know,
I have no issue.
Transitioner.
I have no issue with LGB. I have an issue with the T and those who are pushing this, especially because we don't know the full side effects, and we are mutilating people for this pseudoscience.
That's the big thing with me. Is yes, when things are clearly politicized at this point, knowing what I know, like things I just told you, but things are clearly politicized. These people want to be treated as a protected class in the name of equality.
They already are. You can't really say anything to that.
No, they are a protected class. 4 violations on my second fucking account, and I've been on TikTok for 2.5 weeks.
Just gonna say this: we've already hit the 2-hour mark. Just to give you two a heads up.
Yeah, we're good. We gotta end this.
What happens after the 2-hour mark?
It's just like we try to run 2 hours, but if there's more, fuck it. But
we try to keep it under 2.5 at most. That's why I'm just saying, hey, 2-hour mark.
Right.
Heads up.
Okay.
And unless I do like a special with somebody, like me and Brian went for 5.5 hours the first time we did shit. Like we try to keep it at that mark because people start to lose interest in that.
Yeah, that too. That's why most shows aren't more than 2.5 at most.
Gotcha.
But no, to wrap it up, like I want to get everybody's thoughts on everything we talked about as far as that goes. Abel, you ain't said much, man. Don't give me I hate myself, I want to die kind of situation. Give me a serious answer to all of this.
In regards to everything that we've seen on TikTok today?
In regards to the entire conversation, everything that we've heard, everything that we talked about, not just TikTok, but everything included.
Well, just for today's stream, I will say I do disagree with both you and Joseph on a few things.
Huh?
Did you not?
Like what?
With the
you didn't voice any opinions as far as that goes. Like what?
Obviously on the transgender stuff. I know you guys are saying there is a possibility of there being someone who can be transgender. Obviously, everyone uses the example of Blair White. Yeah. I think just because of my personal experience and everything, I don't think so. I think at least it's more of a mental health issue.
Of course.
Well, maybe
or it could be abuse. there's multiple factors, I don't think, and there is obviously always a possibility of someone just using it as a fetish.
Right, yeah. And I won't fight you on that. I don't mean to fight you on that strongly. I'm just saying there is research showing that.
No, and I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying also from my personal experience and how I've seen everything. And this is where me and Drunken do disagree. Like I said, I will respect Blair as an individual. I try not to use the preferred pronouns, but if I'm public, like Ben Shapiro has said,
oh no, fuck your pronouns. I seriously, if Blair's just like I want to be Caesar, I'm just gonna be like, you are a woman. Let's just use that.
Well, you're something, huh?
I'm going to give you that respect because you go that distance. You show that it is possible. It is a real thing. Just like Buck Angel. Though you haven't done bottom surgery, I don't give a shit. You've gone that fucking route. Buck Angel has a beard bigger than mine. He's reaching fucking Jack Murphy levels at this point. You can grow more facial hair than I can.
On which part of Jack Murphy?
Me, and you're not a man. Not the zinc thing. All right, no, but
actually, I've seen some of that stuff and I've heard some of it. It's almost as bad. I think it's worse.
But I mean, there are, like I said, I know we differ on this, April. There are people I will give that respect to because
I will respect people. I will respect it on an individual. I just disagree with
individual be damned. I will respect you on that level because you go that route. Like the Jeffrey Marsh one. Like I said, dude, put some makeup on. And that's as far as he's ever gone. Maybe some hormone treatment. But you expect me to believe you're a fucking woman?
I'm more of a woman than him.
Yes.
Are you sure it was a male to female transition? I thought it was always a female to male transition.
Well, your audio is breaking up again. You might want to leave and come back real quick.
You know what? Let's just have everyone say one last thing, so that we can all go. Like I said,
well, I mean, he's got to fix his audio so he can be heard because that's
what I'm saying. Once he repairs his audio,
I'm back.
All right.
Okay, well,
and
so that
back.
So from that first channel we were talking about, was that a male to female or female to male transitioner? Supposedly,
the Jeffrey one.
I think so. Yeah.
No, I think he's just a man who wants to be a woman. I think
it's a man that's playing woman.
So you are thoroughly convinced it's all play. There's no reason to believe that any surgery or hormonal treatment have ever taken place.
I think he has.
No.
I honestly,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying this is an act from that kind of person because mentally you're not there. And there may be some cause behind that. I'm willing to look into that, and I'm willing to have that conversation, things like that. But I feel like you said it at the beginning, your very first video, I'd love attention. That tells me you were doing this for attention.
To me, it's
that's my standpoint with that one.
For me, it screams he has a fetish.
Well, I don't think, like I said, I don't think we interpreted that the same way at all. I think he opened up with just talking about his personality first, then went into the fact that, well, fuck, look at him. We don't know which way are you going.
Good point.
You don't know by looking at him which way he's going. But I don't think what you're saying. I don't think that's what was supposed to be said. I think he was just talking about how, yeah, that he was just describing his personality at first. I don't think he was saying he's doing that for attention. That's not what I gathered. Of course, like you followed that channel more than I did. I could be wrong. I'm just saying.
I've seen some videos, yes.
But again, my from what I can get from this guy, I feel like he has a fetish, and I can't agree.
That could be a thing too.
Now, were any of his videos really directed at kids, and did any of those stand out to you?
Up until that point, no. And because everything's been going kid related, like there's a trend where all of a sudden these kinds of people are targeting children. That's when it popped up. And like he had mentioned kids before and his trauma and things like that. Apparently, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen every single one of the videos. I'm not going to because
No, that's a
God
lot.
help me.
Hey, question.
No,
What does that one say in this in second row? From the
Second row.
left side in the fifth one. It says trans
1,
week.
2. Trans week of action. So apparently she's doing. Hold up. Let's.
What does that mean, you may ask? It means that all our wonderful cisgender allies should take action to protect trans lives.
I am not.
And guess what? We made it super easy for you. Just go to this website for daily action items. But don't just say that you care about trans lives. Show it today, tomorrow, and all week, and 365 days of the year. Take action, support trans youth, and fight for trans rights every day. Because trans people are pretty amazing. Just saying. Have an amazing day.
Mind if I get the first
You're
word
not
on this?
amazing.
Mind if I get the first word on this one?
Hello, I'm here to bring
take
you.
it.
Go nuts, Abel.
And YouTube, I'm not sorry for this. Fuck you. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of my face. I have more things to say. Now shut the fuck up with all your insanity.
Like,
Good job.
I didn't see that myself until just now. That was an ad. That was an ad to be like, hey, if you agree with me, go ahead and set this. Now, hey, look, 1.8% of America believes this shit. 1.8% of America is trans. You could agree with it, and they're still going to count you. That's what I heard.
Go check yourself into an actual mental health clinic. No, you know what? Go to a mental asylum. I'll rebuild one just for you.
Yeah,
I'll give you your straight jacket right away.
I'm still trying to figure out what trans rights are. That's something I was trying to touch on earlier because we went historically in America, we went from civil rights to everything but civil rights. So I want to know what rights are now. Civil rights.
It would be for a man to go into a women's restroom. One of them.
I guess it's
apparently that's the thing. Yes.
I wish I was.
That really is basically it. That's all it comes down to in public, and that's something that gets spun. I don't know how it is in the UK, but over here in the States, those are privately owned. So even if no matter what, someone can say, you have to go to that one, you have to go to that one. If you don't know what you're doing, well, then you can't be here. And here in America, they have that right anyway. The whoever's representing the private property owner, they can always be the one to say, if you're going to cause problems, you can't be held. They don't have to let you use the restroom. They don't even have to let you in the door. They can just say, you're causing problems, out. They can mistake you for somebody else. Perfectly fine. Out. Abel, you're a security guard. You know how it is. Someone tells you that person there doesn't get to come in. Your job is to tell them, don't come in or I'll call the cops.
Oh, I do that all the time. But because of for safety protocol, I usually rely on why they're not allowed on property.
Well, I mean, still, even at that point, even as a security guard situation, if somebody
let me put it this way: if someone's not allowed on property, because we do have a system, I just tell them they're not on the file, and I have them. I tell them they have to leave the property. They have to call the individual, and I have to get approval.
Okay,
that's all I say.
But when
they can't do anything on that because it's not my fault. It's the individual who called them in.
Right.
But what I'm getting at, guys, what they're calling in a right is actually an entitlement. And more than that, I don't have that entitlement either. I'm not entitled to the men's room either. The laws require that they are provided. That's not the same as saying I am allowed at my choosing to use these restrooms. Like if they're closed, I go to Costco right now. If restrooms are closed all day, tough balls. As far as I know,
yeah.
See what I mean? Like these are not rights. These are not obligations from Costco or anybody else towards me. There's no obligation. So what these people are calling for is really an obligation from the rest of the world. I want to know why they think that is, or better yet, what do I get to obligate from you to me? Let's try that one. Let's see how long that conversation lasts.
Yeah, I'm willing to have that conversation.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, I'm just saying if you want to entertain those possibilities, start that conversation, because that's what it comes down to when we're seeing all these different rights for trans and all the different all these differences, whatever the hell they are right now. What we're seeing are people demanding rights, of which really translates to entitlement. Like the ones where you get those people that say that trans people have a right not to be offended. I'll tell them the same thing. Yeah, I have a right not to be offended too. If I don't like what I'm hearing, I go somewhere else. They have the same right.
I have a right not to see a man wear women's clothing and while there's still male downstairs. I have that.
Well, don't dive into TikTok. Huh? Don't do it.
No. Okay. Let me rephrase this, because this happened when I went to Palm Springs and did my research. I have the right not to see a man with a giant and wearing women's leggings in public and show that to my little brother. I have that privilege. My right was abused.
Yeah.
There. My brother saw that. That is scarring him. I can ask. Where do I sue that? Where do I sell that? Where do I sue that pedo?
Should we have your brother on too sometime? That'd be fun.
Let me ask.
That'd be fun.
Oh, he's actually doing it. Okay.
That's good.
Oh God.
It's gonna be an interesting.
I mean, as far as this goes, like, I literally do not care if you exist. What I care about is the fact that this is becoming a trend. You've literally taken, like, Crowder, there's research for it. It's like, what, 0.08%, 18% of the population or something that are really affected by this, which I'm not going to say we should turn away from. But when it turns into somehow it's a 1.8 or 2 to even 10%, I've seen somewhere where people feel this way. I feel like that's a fucking trend, dude. Like, I feel like people are doing this just because they want the likes and the views and everything on social media.
There's definitely money to be made here, especially with a term like non-binary. So all you have to do is put on makeup, wear a dress, especially if you kick it up like, what's his name at first, kick it on like a fucking hooker. No one's going to recognize you on the streets if you just don't wear it.
Right.
So on camera, you can be someone you're not. Like, there's potential to make money. Hell, we're all doing it wrong. Hey, my face ain't even on screen. But we're all doing it wrong. We want the money. We got to do what they're doing.
To make money, yes, but morals and values and standards as everything is concerned, I mean, I'd probably do it as a troll, but fuck. I'm not wired this way, you know?
Right.
I understand you could be, and that's fine. I can have that conversation, but I'm not wired this way. And to reach children whose brains are still developing, like the brain doesn't even fully mature until age 25. But you're reaching this message to 3 and 4 year olds who barely even understand that they're human.
Right.
That's the problem that I have.
Well, it also depends what's being said. Like that first video, he was just saying there should be no reason that you can't tell kids people like this are real.
Which is a mild message, and I agree with that, you know, but not at that age.
It's just what people are, at least the most reasonable, the most reasonable concern that I've come across. People are concerned with the overall views on sexuality coming from, you know, what's organized as the political left. Now, need I say it more? Some people don't think there should be a minimum age of consent. This is why I don't talk to libertarians.
Yes.
I don't like them. I learned that a very long time ago, about 15 years ago at this point. They don't.
All right, guys. I am back and with my little brother.
Oh
shit. Okay.
And for privacy reasons, I will not have him on the camera, but I will let him.
Oh no, I was talking about him actually doing a full episode, but let's get into this.
Well, he can't hear. He can't hear you, but I can relay.
Okay.
I have my little brother,
That's
George
perfectly fine.
Garcia. Hi.
All right.
George
Hello, buddy.
Garcia.
Hey. All right. So, question.
What houses? I'll pass. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Now I can't hear.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, George, your brother has problems.
Due to technical difficulties, give us 1 minute. All right, there. I'm back. Hi, how are you?
No, but I have a serious question. Abel brought it up. The dude in the yoga pants with the elephant penis. Tell me that story.
Oh,
Christ.
So basically, me and Abel, we were walking down doing our interview, and we decided to go to Starbucks. It was hot, and we were kind of hungry. Got our food. We were just sitting down, and all of a sudden, I see this random guy, tight pink yoga pants. I'm like, I'm just traumatized. I do not want to see us because I just see some random dude in a legging. If I say tight, they're very tight. How tight were they that you were you able to see his male genitals? Oh, it was. I saw it.
Oh, so
Can you
camel
describe
tail
the
was a
individual?
thing.
Yep.
Do we need to describe the individual? Hold on.
White guy, black guy, Mexican, Jewish. Oh, it was a black guy. I don't know.
All right, so there was no tuck job involved then. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, man.
Did it make eye contact?
Oh. No eye contact. Okay, so you're safe.
Yeah,
the demon hasn't invaded your body.
Yeah, it's it.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't give a shit. We're joking. Whatever. But no. Dude, what was your first reaction to that then?
How is he wearing that? That shouldn't be allowed. There's kids here. You are a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, I'm a kid. There's kids everywhere. Like, I don't think that's right. Like, at least have some respect and put on regular pants. Like jeans or sweats. Not tights. Leggings. No, that's not good. That's right.
And this is coming from a damn kid himself.
Yes.
All right, man. So I'm not going to endanger you anymore with anything going on here. I just wanted to hear the story and get your take on it.
Yeah, we want to go back to endangering your brother. We appreciate that you stopped by for a moment to share a sad and tragic story.
Yeah. So, yeah, just traumatized. I do not want to see it.
I can understand that. I mean, we would have to calm down a lot of things that we say, Abel. I mean, hold on. Just to make sure, I'm sure Abel can't hear this. You can repeat it to him. We would have to calm down a lot of what we say. Bringing a minor on, there is a lot of backlash that could come. Even though it is your brother, there's a lot of backlash that could happen with that. If you are willing, dude, I will sit down. We will talk.
All right.
I'm sure Abel will be there too because he is your brother. We can have a conversation. But I'm going to have to play it very, very safe with the way I talk to you and the questions that we have and everything like that.
Okay.
Hey, does Abel have any tequila on the desk right now?
No.
All right, he finished it.
You were a traitor to your race, Abel.
Oh, he finished it before his brother could get in the room. That's what.
Oh, that's it.
Oh.
But yeah, dude, I appreciate you. If you really want to have that conversation, if you really want to sit down and talk, I'm willing to do it. Again, I will have to curate the hell out of that to be more presentable as far as that goes. But yeah, I'm willing to have that conversation with you if you want.
Yeah, sure, I'm down.
Okay. All right, well, I appreciate it, dude, and we got somebody else to talk to.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
All right, take it easy.
And I am back. Please close the door, George. Yes, close. Just leave the glory hole alone. I'll fix that. Close the door. Leave the glory hole open.
See, he can say that it's his family. I can't.
Well, no, it's because
I would have said it if I thought of it.
And that's why you'd have been canceled for being a pedo.
So
well, how old? Well, where is he? Is he just younger than you, or is he actually a minor?
He's actually a minor. But the reason, okay, so here's the thing: what I just called the glory hole. Okay, let me explain. So what that is actually my bedroom door. So because I have items in here that I cannot allow outside of this house.
Okay.
And I will mute you, Drunken. You know what? I'm muting Drunken for a second.
Why? This is funny.
Which will also lead to you being muted. Sorry.
I'm just dying laughing. That's why he's muting me.
Wait, I could. You know what? It doesn't matter. I can still hear him. All right. Okay.
Oh,
so
my
so I have some. Just let me finish this story and then we're ending it just because I just realized how bad this is. Okay, so I'm
gonna mute my mic on my end then.
All right. So
yeah, YouTube knows now. It's too late.
Okay,
YouTube knows forever.
Yeah. Okay, so I have some items in my house that I can't let outside of this house or outside my room. So because of that, I had to change the lock on my door. Well, my dumbass keep forgetting my keys in my own room when I locked the door in the past. So I've had to punch a giant gaping hole into it, which removes the purpose of my lock because people could legit just put up their hand and unlock it. Yeah, that is the stupidity of my room, and it's legit being covered by a piece of cardboard as of right now. That's what is protecting it. So I just call it the glory hole because that is the only way to get in here.
All right, I'm good. I promise I'm good.
He's good for now.
Can you just put the glory hole on screen? Can you just put it on camera?
Yeah, just flip the camera around real quick. That's great. I'm muting again.
Sweet God, Abe.
In the glory hole. I see it.
Oh, we see it.
That's for your glory or the dogs?
Oh.
Both.
Hey, the dog's into
it. All right. Happy.
I'm done. I'm so fucking done.
So should we just cut it for today then?
Oh, God damn, yes.
Okay, sign us off. Sign us off for today.
All right, guys. Joe, I really appreciate you, dude. We gotta definitely do this again, man. Let's have some kind of different conversations, man. This has been great. I loved it.
Sure.
All right. So before we go, what did because I couldn't hear you guys asking my brother any question, anything in regards to possible show appearance?
Nah.
He's down for it, but we have to curate the fuck out of that, dude. Seriously, we do. I mean, you're talking about a minors kind of situation. There's a lot of things that we're not going to be able to say like we normally do.
He's also a minor, so I can't have him on camera.
Right. I mean, he can sit off camera.
Well, he can be on camera, but I don't feel safe enough having him on camera.
That's perfectly fine.
Right. And that's, I'd rather actually keep him off to keep his identity kind of whatever.
Well, now
I've
given away his name, George Garcia, baby of them all. Not to be
but no, I mean, you got the mic there. We can have that conversation. We can get like adapters and everything to split off headphones to where he can hear what's going on at the same time. You know, we can work that out. That's not a problem. But we can definitely keep him off. And like I said, there's a lot of things that, you know, the way we talk to each other, we're not going to be able to do that with a monitor on screen, or at least there.
All right, and I think we must go because my stream is now telling me I'm having issues.
Okay. But let's go ahead and wrap that up. Joe, I appreciate the hell out of you, dude. I like I said, I want to have more conversations with you. You are an interesting ass, man, and you are really intelligent. You know what you're talking about. And dude, we got to talk some more.
Well, thank you for telling all of YouTube I have an interesting ass. I'm glad you let me on.
I don't know. I've never seen it. Hell, I don't even know what you look like. Abel does, but I don't.
So
see how that was deflected, Abel? Look, no, he's just staring at the corner. He don't even know what happened.
I'm just done because I'm looking at my system and it's telling me to get the hell off. Right. We're already at a 2.5 mark.
Well, thank you all for letting me on, and yes, I look forward to next time.
Yeah, definitely, man. Okay, we're just gonna give it a hard out right now. Abel, do you have anything else you need to say, man?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all, every single one of you that's listened and just charged through this bullshit. Y'all are awesome. I will give it this. Ladies and gentlemen, you do have a voice, and it is important. Now more than ever, we need to hear it. Please, sit down. Let's have a talk. And on that note, we are out. Take it easy.